Hannah, why did Caltech host a workshop on measuring water quality?
Thanks, Mike. The goal was really to bring together a diverse group of people that are working on water quality from different fields. Engineers, scientists, social scientists, policymakers, regulators, to get everyone on the same page about what the major challenges are and how we can make progress together to make sure that we connect all of these exciting advancements that we're seeing in the science of water quality with decision making that's happening on the ground. And so the goal was really to start a conversation between those groups and to serve as a catalyst for connections that people might not otherwise make in their day-to-day life.
The Water Quality Measurement Workshop brought policymakers and regulators to campus together with researchers. How can workshops like this more generally improve collaboration and communication between policymakers, regulators, and the research community?
I think the challenge here is that interdisciplinary work and work across sectors is really hard. It takes a lot of time and commitment of getting on the same page about how you talk about issues, what the major challenges are, and bringing together stakeholders with diverse viewpoints. And so this is kind of just the beginning of trying to make connections that are lasting. And the only way that you can do that is to get people in the same room. And so that's what we tried to do here, but it will take continued effort of bringing people together, making sure that those collaborations are not only started, but maintained as we move forward.
What were three key takeaways for you from this workshop?
I think there were several really exciting ones. The first was something that Bruce said in his keynote, which was echoed again and again throughout the workshop, which is that, these are really challenging issues, and the only way to get people on the same page about them is mingling, is bringing people together into the same room. The second is that there are vast measurement challenges, but there's also been substantial improvements in these measurements over time. And so adapting the way that we do science to make use of these new measurements and adapting the way that we make policy and make decisions to use the new information is really critical. And in the US, that can be challenging because many of our environmental regulations are kind of codified into law. And so it's difficult to adapt management as we get new streams of information, but it's something that I think we should all strive to do.
Water policy is a big issue worldwide. What research are you doing in this area?
So most of my work is on natural resources, and that's the angle that I'm coming at water quality from. So something that I mentioned today that I'm really excited about is working on how the Conservation Reserve Program, which is the largest private land conservation program in the US, impacts water quality. Another project I have is understanding how wetlands impact water quality. Wetlands act as natural filters. They remove nutrients and other types of contaminants. And doing this in a way that recognizes the scale, but also the diversity of these ecosystems across the US. So each wetland is not created equal, each conservation reserve plot is not created equal, and so being able to really model those diverse characteristics of those ecosystems and how those contribute to changes in water filtration. Another project I'm really excited about is trying to understand how extreme weather events affect water quality and how investments in mitigation measures like stormwater drainage systems impact water quality. So both of kind of my research streams, one agricultural, one urban, are coming at this from the point of non-point source pollution, which has traditionally been very difficult to regulate because we can't pinpoint where it's coming from.
So you just joined the Caltech faculty very recently. What is it about Caltech that you found most important for your own research in environmental economics?
So I've always wanted to work at the intersection of different disciplines. I'm trained as an economist, but the work I find most exciting is in collaboration with natural scientists, with ecologists, with engineers. And I saw no better place to do that than Caltech. Caltech is small, so it creates this environment where it's really easy to talk to people across fields. And there's a lot of interest right now on campus on issues related to sustainability and how we can work across disciplines on those. I also saw Caltech as a place where you could really build something special. And that's something I strive for in my career and seems like something that other people have done here very successfully.